Welcome. Welcome to the Constrictor Chambers. I want to thank Beatrice for the name. I had a little poll going on Instagram, and that was the #1 suggestion, so I really appreciate that. Officially, we have a name. It's awesome. People like it. I like it, and it fits. So I appreciate everybody that was involved with trying to name the snake room, but that is what we are going with. And I think it would be kind of cool on this wall right here to have that name on some sort of logo or sign. No idea how that's going to work out, but just want to take you guys through a quick little tour thingy. We can take out some snakes, talk about them, and I wish I could do a live setup. Have no idea how to do that. And then, we could talk about them, and you guys could say, hey, I want to see this snake, rather than me just guessing what you guys want to see, because I feel like you guys see the same ones all the time, and don't want you to get repetitive or bored of it. So no Pop-Tart. You guys see her all the time. And so we'll just jump right into this. So I wanted to show you guys first and foremost, no glass. I will have to call the guy tomorrow because ordered it Monday, said it would be here Tuesday, might be cut today, was not. And then so maybe he just got busy, but I really want that before the weekend because that would be awesome. I got officially my, well, this is still out, worst movie in the world. Horrible representation of any type of an anaconda. They do not get 80 feet and they do not eat humans. So moving on, got my radiant heat panel, which is an 80 watt, which is the same one that I run down here with 0 issues. Comes with a pretty cool sticker, although I kind of wish it was a snake, but it's not. Comes with some screws, some clips for your wiring, and then the actual plug, and then the probe actually comes with the thermostat. So since this is a ×2, it holds 2. It came with 2 of the thermostats, although I have no idea where my other one is, and I threw the box out, so I really hope I didn't throw it out. But if I did, I gotta pay more. I gotta call them and see if they can just ship me a regular probe, or I can find one on Amazon. So my big girl right here, I knew she was gonna shed soon. I didn't know it was going to be this soon, so I walked in here to make this video and she was like completely shedded into like right there on her tail, and then that was it. So completely missed it, but holy cow, she's huge. No idea how big she is. Easily over 6 feet, definitely under 7.5. I don't know, she might be 6.5. I thought she was a little bit bigger, but who knows. I mean, her shed, you can't judge a snake size from the shed because it stretches like 10 to 20%. But holy cow, look how vibrant her tail is. For being a 2016, most BCIs like completely dark out on their tails, and she is still working with her bright, I'm not even gonna say red because it's not a red tail, her rusty-ish bright color. I don't know, but man, ridiculous. But she is like 5 seconds out of a shed, so her colors are definitely looking killer because she is 100% new in this. So she's just hanging out with us while we go through some snakes. And this is her shed right here. It's not fully unraveled. I started to rip it some, so I'm just gonna let it kind of get unwet for a little bit. I have out my Argentine shed. I was trying to see the difference, but you can kind of see the coloration difference on it. And then I was going to try to show like the saddles, but this one's too crusted over and it will rip. But because she shed out 3 days ago, and I do have to keep an eye on her because she can squeeze her way in here, and if she loops herself through, oh, I don't have like 5 hours to try to get her out, and that is a pain in the butt. It's happened with my smaller ones, and that took forever. I don't even want to know what it's like with her. So she's hanging out. I don't want her to tip over this at all. So who do we want to see without her hurting herself? I want to put her back, but I know she's enjoying her time out and she really wants to go exploring. So we can take her out. So she's a 2016 Kale or Call female, and this is Cleopatra. I got her name wrong on Instagram. I got called out. So I called her Isabella. I got too many snakes. Hold on, let me put this on my head because she's too much for one hand. All right, here we go. Hopefully you guys can see whatever I'm doing. So she's normally pretty good at not striking. So she's 2016, she's 2016. So BCI and then albino. And basically all morphs come from this, at one point, this bloodline, the BCI bloodline. So you can see her saddles very well because she's a normal. She does have the saddles. You can barely see them. They were extremely bright orange when I first bought her. I mean, like bright, bright, bright. Every saddle was awesome. And then her tail was like on fire. Obviously, she lost all of that because that's what typical albinos do. Most albinos, as they get older, will lose 90% of their pigment through the tail section. But she, so far, has kept on a lot of that color. And I don't know if you guys can see if I have the GoPro right, but there's a lot of whites down here at these areas, and she's gonna mess stuff up. So down in these little peaks, down here, they're white on her, and then her belly is not much different than the top, but she is beautiful and amazing. And she'd be perfect to breed because of her colors and how she's keeping her colors. But I've heard breeding albinos is very difficult because a lot of the babies come out with no eyes or blind or have some weird mess up on them. Not going to say that happens to all of them, but I have heard stories that a lot of them do kind of have that issue. So she is getting her tail wrapped up. I don't have much room to get her out of here. I don't want to knock her off, so we'll move her. I'm half tempted just to leave her here. There we go. Whew. Can't wait for my anaconda to get bigger and deal with that. But she's awesome. Friendly outside. She's kind of been getting an attitude in her cage. Not sure why. She strikes at the glass sometimes. And she just started doing that. But hooking her out, getting her out, as you guys can see, is no issue. But bigger snakes, bigger attitudes, bigger poops. That's what they always say. Oh man, I gotta get her light re-glued up there. She's always knocking it down. That wasn't too bad. Normally she puts up a fight. So, who do we want to see next? My Suriname redtail is in shed. Don't know when she should be coming out of shed, but I know she went into blue a couple of days ago. And so you saw how big she is. These two girls are the exact same size. And then you can definitely tell how fast the BCIs grow compared to a true redtail. And she has very nice colors on her, even going into shed. Awesome tail. Love that band right there. Good iridescence. Her colors should come out awesome when she gets rid of this old skin. She does have a saggy jaw, which is a good sign. I mean, she should be shedding out here in the next couple of days. And the cage here works. So not too bad on that. Let's check out the Motley. So I know she needs an upgrade. She will be the first one to get an upgrade when I actually do build like smaller PVCs. So I need to build the next 8-footer at some point, which is a pain in the butt. And then from the scraps, I will have some 4x2s or 6x2s. Not sure yet on that. I know she's huge, but she still has the depth though, you know what I mean? Because when they coil up, they don't take up that much room and they just kind of hang out in one spot all day. But I think these are like 20 inches, and then I think the 24 inches would give them more room to hang out. So this is not the Molly. Thought it was. Is that poop? Nope, just bark. So we'll get her out. Awesome king snake. I think one of my dream snakes is the Mexican black king snake, or the black Mexican. Jet black snake, black tongue, everything on it's black. It's just amazing. And like 3 years ago, they were like $70, and now they're like 600. Although you can probably find them for like 300 or 400, depending on where you are. But I've seen a lot of them going for 600 or more at reptile shows. And I guess there's a huge demand for them. And if there's a demand, price will always skyrocket. But yeah, I love how she has this brown band all the way down her tail. Super rainbowy. I don't know if you guys can catch that or not, but it's so cool. And she does not musk on me at all, which is awesome. I know a lot of king snakes, corns, and other clubrets, they musk a lot, and then that can be pretty gross. And a lot of people don't want to deal with holding them because then they don't want to smell like pee or whatever forever. So the Molly, who I was originally talking about getting a cage for, building a cage for her, she is awesome. Great colorations, awesome, like the sides, how it has like the, the steps looks like a cake, which is awesome. Good saddling, love her tail, how it's individual all the way down. Some Motleys have a long stripe on them. I don't know if that's the jungle or if that's just a regular Motley, but once you throw different morphs in them, it can kind of mess stuff up. And I believe she is het for albino. Seems a lot of snakes are het for albino. But again, another dream snake of mine is the albino Motley. And I know a guy who's selling one. I believe it's a male. I don't know if I want to buy it. Definitely not now. I probably never will. I just like looking at it every time I go over to his house and buy rats. So she is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I think another snake on my dream list is an IMG Molly, or just a pure IMG. Any IMG. But they're like $2,500. Super expensive. All right, so I'll just show you guys probably the last snake. Is most of you guys' favorites, my ghost. And she is going up there when I get the glass and when I put that radiant heat panel in. So I will have this on all night tonight, get it gassed out, stuff like that, so it's ready. So whenever the glass is ready, that's ready, she goes in there. No, wait. Now I'm confused. No. My berm goes where Pop-Tart is. Pop-Tart's going in here because this is a 1/2 inch longer. So this is a 2.5, this is a 3. The 3 foot will give her plenty of room for her water basin, which should be this, and then plenty of land area to move around and stuff. So I think filling one of these up with water would be perfect for her to soak in and swim. I mean, she's super tiny, but cleaning it and that stuff sucks. So one of the good things is, though, this window right here, like on the outside, my garden hose is like right there. So I can just wheel the garden hose in, and in the summertime, let the water go through, and the water should be warm. Fill it up, shot back out the poop. But in the wintertime, I don't know yet. That's to come when that happens. We'll cross that hurdle when we get there. But I definitely am in love with ghosts, and they are definitely underrated. I rarely see people have ghosts. They're out there, but I don't see them a whole lot. And I'm not sure why. I believe she is het for albino also, so I have no idea what pairing you could get with a het albino ghost. But her colors are awesome. Like, they're not wild, but they're just simple and clean. Like, nice speckling on her, the tone from the underbelly coloration to the top. You still get the iridescence on her. You get the good tail. You get the ring, the black ring around. The bands. I mean, everything on her is just good. I mean, it's just clean. And she's super friendly. If I ever open up a petting zoo, which I doubt I will, she would definitely be one that would be out all the time because she is super friendly, and I would never think that she would want to bite anybody. I have a lot of snakes like that though. I hold them from when they're babies. I guess try to imprint on them that they are not in danger, and I touch all of them like on their head and stuff, just so like when it happens they don't get spooked, or they don't think something's like gonna bite them, so they're not head shy, and then they're not, you know what I'm saying, so they're not freaking out. So I think that's a good thing to do when they're babies. That's just what I've done with all of mine, and I buy all of my snakes as babies, so I know how they're raised, how they're fed, how they react, how I can personally interact with them. And I mean, if I need to take in one that's like in a horrible condition, I'll do that. That's older, but I would definitely have to work with it. These ones, they know that I'm not a threat to them. I take them out constantly. And that is her. So she's a 2000 and, what is she? Yeah, she's het for albino. She's 2017, late 2017. So she definitely has good size on her. And I think that was I'm not going to say my fault, but I definitely did not start her on mice. I went straight to rat pups with her. And then from there, we moved on to weaned and stuff like that pretty quickly. But I don't feel like she has any fat deposits on her. I think the fat deposits really start on their liver and their kidney. But out of 2017, now 2020, if she was fat, it would totally show on her. So she is lean and mean. Again, I have all females. Well, my pied is a male. He's roughing it with the ladies. So I cannot breed even if I wanted to because I have no males. But you should always buy your females first because they take 5 years to get up to breeding size, and you only need to buy a male that's 12, 15 months, and then that can happen. So with that is it. I hate wearing this thing on my head. It always puts like a weird mark on my forehead. I don't know if it did now, but I'll find out later when I edit this. So I hope you guys enjoyed that short video. I know I always say I'm gonna try to make short videos like 20 minutes long, but and I just ramble like just talk about snakes all the time. But I do appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys interacting with me, like on naming the room and stuff like that. So I do have my Instagram and then my Facebook account, which if you guys need to talk to me about anything or have questions, you guys can go ahead and do that. I know I do try to comment on most of your guys' stuff on the comment section down below. But if you guys really just want to like personal message me on questions on how I heat my room or feeding schedules or whatever it is, building an enclosure, just find me on Instagram, and it's the same Benson C Snakes, and I can help you guys out. But on that, I got to get some rats thawed out. I got to feed my smaller snakes. tomorrow, and then the next day I got to feed a lot of the bigger ones. So I know a lot of you guys do like the feeding videos, and it's all frozen thawed from here on out. And I will see you guys on the next video. So have a awesome day or night whenever you watch this. So see you guys.